just when you think you're inside, you're through security, you got this snaking line back and forth for general admission, and then a long line down that way to get in. Thankfully, we got the dealer system to get in right away. But wow, people really love their cars, and great sign for the hobby. So I'm still coming down off the high of the ending of the first video of the Burbank card show here. And if you haven't watched that one, I definitely would suggest it, because I picked up these two big Larry Bird cards right now for the PC, priced very high if somebody really wants them. Incredible cards, and I feel like good about it because I'm smiling while saying that, so that's a good sign. Even, you know, the values I would say were around 7K, 7.5K in that trade. But the main thing coming out of a big trade like that for me is the feeling after, like me and Craig talk about on the Crosstown Cardboard podcast. I woke up today, to be honest, after making that trade late last night in a panic, like, oh my gosh, my Tiger rookie auto, what happened? And then I was like, oh, but I have two birds. It was one of my PC main guys for another PC main guy, and these you really don't see often. This year of the flawless, one of one right here, speaks for itself. Oh, and don't tell Craig, this was thrown in. My Crosstown Cardboard co-host, Craig, will be happy about me getting this Erling Holland, one of his PC guys. That's a recap of last night. Let's see what happens today, the Saturday of Burbank. I've heard the foot traffic should be crazy, so we'll see. Here with my guy, Stefan, and I saw the PMGs yesterday. We showed them in the first video. So I know you have all six. You left the Tiger at home, which kind of broke my heart. I would have loved to see it. But you got 5 out of the 6 here. You have all 6 out of 6. The collector's PMGs, numbered out of 125. How did you come across all 6 of them?
Got really lucky. I went on San Diego's Craigslist, and he happened to have them listed on there. Wow. Got his email, got his phone number, drove down to San Diego. Yeah, he's actually been working for Upper Deck for 30 plus years. He's a great guy.
And so were those all raw when you got them?
Yeah, they were. Sent them in probably 3 months ago, and I'm super happy with the grades.
So those were sitting around before you submitted them?
I was scared to touch them. I didn't want to take them out of the case.
Mean, they are such tough grades too.
Yeah, so, and then he had them in a screw down case. And so I was like so scared to open it, and then somebody told me like, you better get them out of the screw down.
Yeah, oh my gosh, what an authentic collector story. My buddy is, his name's Rob, he's the sports card therapist. He has a Hogan PSA 7.
Okay.
And so yours is an 8 here. You have it priced $46.50. So like it looked like there was a sale in like October that was like $6,000 or $6,500, and then I saw one like a few days ago that was like $3,300.
Exactly.
So what's your thought behind, because I know you're obviously not in a rush to move them, your thought behind, because I do the same thing, pricing it high on something that you really like?
So yeah, that's exactly it, is that I'm not looking for a bargain. So unless it's going to be worth my while, I'm going to hold it and look at it. They're beautiful pieces of art.
Yeah. So let's say cash, somebody walked up, what do you think you would take?
Oh, I'd be pretty firm on that price.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, why go too low?
Yeah, right. All right, bro. Good for you. Yeah, thanks for the story.
Art
Art of Cards LA on IG. And you can see all 6 PMGs, California Standard Collectibles. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
And so far, I'd say more people. I mean, I didn't even look before taking this video, but I mean, look at that, hundreds and hundreds of people from wall to wall in here, all the way down. Okay, another tough one, but it's going to a great home. He's taking one of my best golf cards, my Tiger on-card auto, the golf gear, BGS 9.5 that the sports card investor Jeff Wilson was interested in. A lot of other people asked about it, but my man came with the straight cash, so good deal, Jordan. And tell him what else you collect while you're taking out the
I only PC Tiger, but Tiger Woods golf clubs, so this is my first card.
What's some of the Tiger Woods stuff that you have?
I have 3 drivers. I have a really nice wedge. I have a polo, game use hat.
I mean, you know it's going to a good place.
All right, should we do this?
All right, the cash is on the table. Let's head it out and kiss it goodbye, but it's going to a good home. All right, bro. Thanks again.
Perfect. Appreciate it.
Wow, look at this. number to 10 jersey combo of, some would say, the 1 and 2 best players of all time. I wouldn't, of course. You know who I think is in that discussion, but other people would say 1 and 2 best of all time. Awesome card. We have a little break in the action here on a Saturday at Burbank, and my boy Jack at NWO Sports Cards, sweet, has a BGS reveal. We're gonna see what he got on a Luka card.
So story, this used to be an HGA slab. I cracked it. I thought there was potential. If I get an 8.5, I'm okay. Anything above that is, I think, is good. So here we go.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good. Yeah, this is good. This is gonna be a much easier sell than what I had it as raw. This is out of 5.
Ooh,
yeah.
Nice.
So that's good. This is gonna be a good card for the case now.
Nice, yeah. Congrats.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, here with my guy Brent with One Stop Sports. They got a couple brick and mortar stores. My guy Mike, I used to work with at ESPN. Great guys. So Brent, how's the show going so far?
It's been great.
What's been moving?
Bowman baseball has been very popular. Basketball, with the football season kind of winding down, basketball's been more and more popular.
Can you explain to people where you have your stores and about the market for like brick and mortar stores?
Yeah, absolutely. So our first store we opened about 1.5 years ago in Charlotte, North Carolina, right in the city in South End. 2 months ago now we opened in Charleston, South Carolina, just over the bridge in Mount Pleasant. Brick and mortar's been pretty eye-opening, as in you get a lot of people that come in and with cards that you don't get to see at a lot of these shows. I've been very fortunate with our 2 openings and hopefully coming to a city near you soon.
What would be your advice to somebody who's thinking about opening up their own card store or doing it full time?
Just believe in yourself and just, keep flipping stuff. Buy what you like. A lot of people like to say, buy the rare stuff, buy the stuff that you know, and always kind of ask questions and go to the shows and get out there and just build your brand and network. That's kind of how I got into it, was networking and meeting people at these shows. So.
Everyone is packing up their stuff here at the Saturday at Burbank. Most people were saying it was pretty slow, to be honest, as far as the buying. The foot traffic was unbelievable. I mean, you saw how many people were in here when I panned the room. And now a quick break, get in and out for the 3rd night in a row, and head to trade night. Trade night, night 2, Saturday night, hosted by the card father of Burbank Sports Cards, presented by the Sports Card Superstore. They did not pay me to say that, but I wish they did. Pretty fun trade here with my new buddy Zach, the Lakers cap, and we traded the Shaq, the Magic, and the Peyton Manning buyback rookie auto, plus $1,000 for this beauty. Look at that, out of 10, game used patch. Zach, we were right there. You held firm at 1,000 cash.
I did.
You know what you had.
I knew what I had, but you know what you're getting too.
Yeah,
so there's nothing to regret here.
Yeah, no, I feel good about it, bro.
Thanks so much for the deal, man.
Appreciate it, Zach. There goes the scene. People hanging out, and another big night of trading, as you just saw with the Magic. Let's go. The 3rd and final day here at Burbank. Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. You can't tell by the bags under my eyes. I'm a little bit tired. I'm getting like 5.5 hours of sleep every night, which is actually about my average, so maybe I should think about improving that overall. The reason why I'm walking and talking is because I'm so excited to submit these 2 to the raw card review at Beckett. So I've never submitted cards for grading myself. So we'll see what this process is like. I'm hoping to get just at least a 9 on these 2. The Magic I picked up yesterday, the Peyton Manning game used capstones, waiting in line at Beckett. Pretty excited for the first grading opportunity. Just finished up with Beckett. Very easy process. They were really nice for a first-time submitter, but I made a rookie mistake. I didn't realize that Beckett wasn't doing the raw card review, the RCR, on Sundays because they can't make sure they get it back to you before the show ends. So I just sent it off. It was $40 a card. I included Nick Chubb Spectra rookie numbered out of 10 in my order. I'll show you real quick. Hopefully this is helpful, the submission form for BGS, because I personally had never seen one. It was $40 per card, coming out to $120. Auto fee 10 for the 2 autos on the Manning and the Magic. Insurance 48, insured it up to $3K. Shipping 26, so that came out to $204. So I went for the $40 standard to get it back in a month and a half, they said. Economy, they said 2.5 to 3 months. Hopefully it adds more than 204 in value. Either way, it'll be a fun present when the grades come in. Definitely not as many people today, but that could be more time spent with each person and more deals. And dealers might be thinking, Sunday, I haven't made the money I wanted to, might be time to sell. So we'll definitely walk around after this. Doing a deal with my guy Mike, and I always respect people who like game used patches. And he's got some cool ones. Ooh, that's cool. That Wiggins is nice, chunky. So we ended up doing the Randall and the Bill Russell. Ooh, that's the big one. Exquisite, game used, numbered out of 25. Mike, we know we had to do something. We had to do something.
We had to. We've been talking all weekend, and I like the vibe, so we had to do it. Here we go.
All right, bro. So we settled on 360.
Yep.
Solid
easy.
deal, big man.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Thanks, bro.
I'll see you soon.
Just took a break, got some fresh air outside the convention center in Ontario, and I saw this, the Folk Inn. The Folk Inn? The Folk Inn. I see what they did there. They seem like good folks. Doing a pretty big deal with my guy Jason here at Sports Card Machines, and he took my Joe Montana and Aaron Judge. I added 200 cash for the original great point guard of all time, Bob Cousy, out of 10, the Shadow Box, and brother, the Hulkster, our boy Rob, sports card therapist, is gonna love that. Inscription. Jason, we were close on this. Can you walk people through the last little bit there of how we closed it in?
Yeah, you just gave me a little bit on top. Had to make a little bit on this just because it's not a prospect. It's Bo Jackson. He's timeless. So he gave me $25, but more importantly, we started something good here.
Yeah, I think we did. Keep finding unique stuff, because that's what attracted me, was this Bo Jackson 1 of 1, and the Nature Boy, of course, was a little add-on. Now, Jason, I'm interested because you do this full time, and you don't have a shop, a brick and mortar shop. You just do online and in person at shows. Why have you decided to go that route instead of brick and mortar?
I don't want to be tied to a place. I can't travel 50 out of 52 weekends a year, sometimes even more. Sometimes I'll go from one city, fly to the next, make appointments with a few shops or friends, and just stay there for the whole week. I couldn't do that if I had a shop.
So you're a big travel guy then.
I love traveling.
We got this. This is $11.25 straight cash for a 1 of 1. And then we got a little cash on top of the trade. Thanks, Jason. Appreciate it, big man. All right. Sports card investor Jeff Wilson. We were talking about my Tiger.
Yeah,
dual game used patches.
Man, I'm gonna have dreams about that card. I tried to make a deal on it, but
you came up. You were offering, some trade that was reasonable.
Yeah.
And well, first of all, you walked up on trade night.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, cool, Jeff. Looking at my card. So I knew that was something that would be something that people were interested in. I ended up selling it for the exact last comp, $3K.
Nice.
The comp before that was like $2,100 a couple months earlier. So my question to you is, how do you part ways with a card that you really like, which we both really like,
sure,
and decide, do I want this, do I want the cash?
Well, that's a great question. That's a tough decision, right?
Yeah.
So I think you've got to separate almost mentally what you are collecting or maybe investing in long term versus what you're trying to make money on, like what you're dealing on, right? Those, in my mind, have to be almost two separate things. So I have my cards that I collect, and so a lot of big investment cards that I like. So the only time that I'll let one of those cards go and sell it, or to get cash or trade it, is if I'm then going to turn the money into then immediately going to get like another collection card that's an even bigger one. On the flip side, if you're dealing, if you're trying to make profit, then I think you can't get emotionally attached to a card. Like those cards are
that's so much easier said than done.
Yeah, I understand it is, but those cards are there for you to, be able to profit from. So that means you got to be able to move, because the one thing, and I'm sure from dealing like this, like the one thing that dealers seem to have the most success with is when they're able to just turn inventory over quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Yeah.
you've got to constantly have that mindset of turn inventory, take my profit, turn inventory, take my profit, turn inventory.
Yeah.
You can't get attached to those cards.
Yeah.
It's tough.
That's tough
It's
because
tough.
I buy stuff that I
Sure.
would like to hold, wouldn't
Sure.
mind holding until I
Yeah.
sell it for a good price.
That's a difficult thing, though. That's a difficult thing, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like you got to put that into two separate buckets, in my opinion.
Okay.
And you know,
Yeah.
every approach is different, right? I mean, do what works for you, but that's at least how I think about it.
I appreciate your mentality and
For sure, man.
you being down to earth.
Next,
That's cool.
next time we'll get a deal done when I
Okay.
see you with another Tiger card.
All right, Jeff. Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
The Burbank show is done. 3 o'clock on Sunday. Time to go watch the Super Bowl, or as they're calling here, the big game. You know, you're not supposed to promote the Super Bowl with the name. But before we head out, let's real quick check what am I coming home with from 3 days here. 4 days if you count the dealer day at Burbank. With respect to the greater Los Angeles area, Kobe, PSA 10, cheapy, but it's nice. LeBron, so respect to the Lakers, but then we got the Celtics, game used, Bill Russell out of 25 with the wool. Check out the wool. That's a cool material back in the day. Julius Randle, shout out the Knicks, shout out Craig, and Crosstown Cardboard, of course. Triple auto, shouting out the Knicks, Walt Clyde Frazier, Dr. J, and the Iceman, George Gervin, and then a subdued woo for the Nature Boy because we're closing up here. It's a little quiet. Pick that up. Bob Cousy, the original fancy dribbler, numbered out of 10, auto. You don't know, now you know, Bo. 1 of 1, flawless. That caught my eye walking around yesterday. Had to go get it. And then, this is super cool. The inscription of Hulk Hogan, and you can always find cool Leaf stuff for cheaper than you'd think. Like this is Leaf also, and just way discounted from a licensed brand. Here's what I got in a trade with my boy Jack, NWO Sports Cards, just a second ago. Traded away the Holland, sorry Craig, but I had to do it. LaMelo Ball, shiny, disco, variation. Got this last night at trade night, game used, rookie patch, Anthony Davis. Chunky. Oh, this was maybe my pickup of the day. This Mark Sanchez Gem Mint 10 refractor rookie. That gives you a little chuckle, even though he had a great career as far as leading a winning Jets team. So, not too much disrespect off the one butt fumble. We can forget that. Maybe not. All right, here's this D Wade pop. I think it's around like a 27. Ultimate Collection rookie auto. Super cool PSA 10. The 4-color patch, the Golf Legends. Really cool. Nicholas, Woods, Palmer, and Justin Thomas is anointed apparently by whoever put this card together. And my big boys. Bird, one of the best flawless patches you can get. I believe that's a number of the 3 if you kind of see the cut on the patch. True 9.5, numbered out of 25, game used. And then this is the other big bird. If you've been following along, thank you for watching. 1 of 1, on card, game used, piece of the jersey. Maybe it was from the armpit here. And PSA 910. Of course, you can't forget about the other part of the best rivalry in basketball of all time, the Magic flawless, game used, sick patch, numbered out of 10 that I sent off to Beckett for grading. And I wrapped it up with John Wooden because this show was a winner. You knew you weren't going to get away without a corny joke at the end. So that's about it from Burbank, and fun show, lots of sales, and then some fun purchases. We'll see you on the next one.